Hello, my name is Caitlin McCarthy, and I am applying for the infant teacher open position. My name is Caitlin McCarthy. I'm 23 years old, and I currently live in Keene, New Hampshire. I received my Bachelor's of Science in 2017 from Keene State College, and I have a degree now in early childhood education with a specialization in birth to 5. And like I said before, I am applying for the infant teacher position. My philosophy of education is a mix of Waldorf and Reggio Emilia. Now first, if you don't know what Waldorf is, it's connected to the philosophy anthroposophy, and this is a philosophy about seeing the beauty in the environment, in the child's work, and seeing the child follow their destiny to become who they truly are. And I also am very fond of the Reggio Emilia approach. And this philosophy also states that the environment is the third person in the classroom, at the third teacher. When I'm with the babies, I follow the work of Emmy Pickler, and Dr. Pickler believed very strongly to let the infant explore his or her body at their own pace. And this helps the babies really discover their bodies, seeing where they are in space, and just finding out what they are and who they are, because they're still new to the world. My classroom management plan would be to be preferably in a classroom with infants from 3 months to 1 year of age. I prefer the youngest of the infants. However, I do have work and experience with infants from 3 months to infants that are just bridging the years to toddlerhood, and I also have experience with preschool years as well. I would like my classroom to have no more than 5 infants, or legally allowed within the ratio for teacher to child. My philosophy for my own classroom would be that caregiving is highly intentional, as well as that I have the space for the children. This means that when I have this one-on-one time when I'm caregiving, I'm really putting all of my attention and my invested time into the child that I am with. When I'm disciplining the children, it's not so much put you in timeout, it's more I'm giving you information about what you are doing or what you shouldn't do, with these verbal cues, such as I won't let you bite, or I won't let you pull her hair because that hurts her. And basically just to get the children to empathize with me, which is something that they're not quite able to do yet. So that would be something I would work with them. I would also like to correspond my daily activities with songs, and I do that in my current work environment. And this gives the children the verbal cues and the auditory cues to say, oh, this song means it's time for lunch, or this song means it's time to get my diaper changed. There are many different school models, and I have experience in many. I've been in the Waldorf setting, I've seen the Head Start programs, I've been in Montessori schools, and the Reggio Emilia inspired schools. Every school that you work in, of course, is going to have a different way or a different philosophy of teaching, but I find myself strongest in the Waldorf setting mixed with the Reggio Emilia. I've been in the Waldorf setting for about 3 years now, and I can say that it's my favorite place to be in, just because of how intentional you are with the children, how attentive you are to the children, and how much you see the child grow and develop into who they truly are. For effective lesson planning and design, I really enjoyed the backwards design that Newman talks about in his textbook. It has to do with having an objective for your children before you actually start to bring out the activity. Because it's important to know, as the teacher, what do you want to see the children do, and how can these children be successful in the classroom? And that is our job as the teacher, to give them that opportunity to be successful, and we have to set it up for them to be successful. Assessment definitely matters in all cases. In every single classroom, it matters. The assessment tells the teacher what subjects need to be more focused on, how much more in depth. There's two kinds of assessment, formative and summative assessment, and the formative is the assessment to use. Some teachers focus on the summative when it is not the most important type. And as Lopez said in his book, assessment should be easily accessible, openly shared, and deliberately arranged. And assessment matters in my role as the infant teacher, because I need to assess where these children are developmentally. I need to make sure that they're hitting all these milestones at the appropriate times, and if they're not, bringing toward that conversation to the families and expressing myself and how I've seen their children throughout the space and how I've seen them not throughout the space. Professional learning communities, they have to do with collaboration, coordination, and cooperation. It is so important to be engaging with your colleagues, to create trusting relationships with your colleagues, and even more important, to create those trusting relationships with your parents and the children that you teach. Because when mom and dad are away, the child only knows you as the caregiver. And the parents, of course, you want to have the most open, trusting relationship with them, because at the end of the day, these children are going home with them, and you want to make sure that the parents know that they are in good hands at school. And these are my references, and I really hope you consider me for this position. It has been my dream for quite some time now to actually be a lead teacher, a lead infant teacher for that matter, in my own classroom. So I would really love the opportunity to work with them and to work with you amongst all your colleagues. And I really would love to express my gratitude for even being given the chance to have this opportunity, be given the chance that I even get to have this interview. It really means so much to me and so much to my professional career. So thank you, and I really hope you consider me for one of your applicants. Thank you.